Hola Nati. I'm so sad and excited and just feeling a lot of nostalgia in filming this video because today is the day that I leave this home. I leave this city. I leave these people. I leave part of this identity. I leave mistakes that I've made. I take all the best with me and leave all the things that have already served their purpose here. After 6 years of living in this city, moving around a bit in between, but pretty much for the last 5 years, I've lived in this city, in this house, and it's all coming to an end. And this is where it all started, honestly. Everything that I teach on my channel, everything comes down to this. This is where I learned all of these things. Everything to do with personal development, solo dating, taking care of myself, raising my standards, setting boundaries, working through limiting beliefs, going to therapy, doing EFT tapping. Everything that I've done, I have gathered the tools to do it in the last 6 years. And I can't believe that this chapter of my life is now ending. It can be sad, it can feel nostalgic, it can feel like, oh, the things I would have done or the things I would have changed. I'm not taking any of that with me because everything that was meant to happen did happen. And I'm just so excited to be here and look upon my journey. Look at how far I came. If you would have told me when I came to this city 6 years ago, like where I would be today, I truly don't think I would recognize myself. I look back to who I was 6 years ago when I first entered this house, when I first entered the city that I'm in, all of the things that it brought me. And I just cannot believe all the things that happened here. I had the biggest growth I've ever experienced in my life. I don't know if anything could ever top the amount of growth that I went through. Not only because I grew a lot, obviously, as an individual, but oh my gosh, like I started here like with a zero in knowledge about taking care of myself and respecting myself and having, again, like I said, the boundaries, working through limiting beliefs, working through traumas, all the things that come from it. And I also had the best relationships, the best friendships, the best moments, the best nights, the best friends. And, like anything, everything does come to its end. And I just really wanted to make this video. Of course, like my YouTube folks are going to see this, but it's honestly a video for me. Like, Nati, I am so proud of you for the last 6 years of your life. Oh boy, I feel like I could get a little emotional thinking about it, but I just can't believe how my mindset shifted, How I became so different, how I started valuing things more, how I had to let go of so much that hurt so much to let go of. But it all made room for the things that are in my life now. I was telling this to some friends the other day, but I feel like I'm taking the best and I'm bringing it with me, and leaving the things that weren't for me anymore. But this is where it all started. This is where I filmed my first YouTube video. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to forget that that started in this house, in this country, in this state, in this city. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to forget that because this was the beginning of it all. This was the beginning of my career. This was the beginning of everything that I've learned. Oh my goodness, the things that I've learned. I feel like I learned more in the last 6 years of my life, even like academically and all of that. I learned so much, honestly, more in these 6 years than I feel like I have in my entire life before that. There's just nothing like this period of my life to change me and make me adapt and see what was really for me and see the people that were for me and the relationships, that didn't make it, the people that were here for a season, not a reason, or how the saying goes. But if you're going through this, if you are moving to a different place, letting go of what used to be, I feel you. I don't know. It's such an interesting feeling. Like, I'm happy to be going, I'm sad to be going, and I remember living here a couple years ago, and I remember praying and being like, I just want to leave here. Like, enough is enough. Why does my path keep coming back here? I keep pulling myself to come back to this place. Like, I'm over it. I'm annoyed. I want something new, and I stayed here way longer than I thought I was going to. And I think it was all in God's plan for me, and just saying, you know how sometimes you really have to love and appreciate something before you can get to the next step? So in this case, like when I was begging on my knees, please, like I just want a way out. I don't want to live here anymore. I'm just so over it. God was like, no, then clearly you still have lessons to learn, because if you have this kind of like ugh against it, you're not detached. Whereas now I feel so free flowing. I'm like, I loved my life here. I loved the things that I was able to explore. I learned so much. I grew, I evolved. And sometimes it's funny that when you're about to make that big move, that big transition in your life, God will send you all the best things towards the end, you know? You're gonna have that great group of friends. You're gonna love your job. You're gonna love your relationship. And that means that this was all for something, you know? No suffering, no challenge, nothing ever goes unnoticed. Nothing ever is forgotten, is what I'm saying. And I don't know. I'm just feeling sad, but very happy, very content, very at peace. Again, there's nothing I wish I would have done different. There's nothing this and that. Like, why waste your time going back into the past and trying to change it? Like, the opportunities that I'm about to get now is going to be elevating myself like 10 times over, 100 times over. And, you know, I don't know, maybe one day I'll look back on this video years from now and be like, yeah, it was all meant to happen like that. This was the beginning of something. And I just, I just can't believe that it's coming to an end. Of course, I can come back here whenever I want. I don't think I would ever live here again, but I can come back here and I can visit. And like everyone says, it's just not going to be the exact same, which it's not supposed to. You know, we're supposed to evolve. But I just had so many things in my life happen. And I just thank everyone that was a part of it. Again, like, everything that happened did happen with a greater purpose and a greater intention. And I am I don't even think the word is sad to be leaving. Like, of course I'm sad, but it's a different word. I can't really put it into words. But I'm just so grateful for everything that I had here, everything that I learned, and I just truly always think I'm going to look back on this phase of my life and be thankful for it and realize that all the roots were flourishing right now. You know, maybe that plant hasn't come up fully to the surface yet, but like a bamboo tree, they say, it takes years that it just grows beneath the surface. And after years, and like one single year, it grows like 30 feet tall, which is just wild. So it's like everything that's happening now is building for something more, you know? Any time in my life, it's always been like that. So I'm just so grateful to myself for getting myself here. I seriously cannot believe everything that I've accomplished, all the things I've done. I'm just so proud of myself, and I have so much love for myself, this place, the people, nature, everything. I'm just so happy, and yeah, I'm definitely a little scared about what's to come. Not scared, like nervous and excited and a little, what's going to happen. I know it's going to be even more amazing. So if I already grew this much in these last years, I just can't imagine the level of growth and consciousness I'm going to get later on. So I guess I'll just leave myself with a few words. You are enough, and everything that came across your way was for something. You were the one that chose to be here. You chose to change the things that you did. I'm so excited to see you grow even more, and so much of life is left to live. I just can't believe that. How much of life is left. It's incredible. But I am forever eternally grateful for everyone that helped me get here. Oh my goodness. If I had to write down the names of every single person that helped me on my journey here, we'd have a very long list. So thank you to everyone that helped me along my path. And thank you to me for being strong and brave enough to change in the face of difficulty, but I'm just so darn proud of myself. And if the next 6 years of my life help me and change me and help me grow as much as these last ones did, then I have nothing to worry about, because it's only onwards and up.